Hello and welcome to this quick Spanish grammar video. I'm Señora Sarah, founder and director of Chatterbox Academy, and I'm here to help you get a little bit of a deeper grammar explanation, particularly if you are in one of our full immersion Spanish courses. You might want a little more grammar explanation in English, so this is a quick video to show you in Spanish in the present tense, how do we talk about the verb to like something? Because this has kind of a weird structure if you're learning it and it doesn't quite make sense and it might be hard to remember, okay? So the thing with the verb to like in Spanish, if you remember, first of all, if you remember how do we say I like something? That's probably the first thing you learned. If you remember how to say I like, shout it out with the video right now. Yep, I'm sure you got it. It is me gusta, right? You say me gusta if you're talking about I like one thing. I'm going to write these out as I'm saying this stuff, okay? Or if you want to talk about how you like multiple things, you're going to add an N to that. Me gustan. I'm going to say plus two or plus plural things. There you go. So let me give you a couple of examples. For example, me gusta el chocolate, right? I like chocolate. But if you want to say I like tacos, I was going to say French fries, but let's go for tacos. Now you're going to use an N. Me gustan los tacos. Okay. This has a weird structure that does not exist in English. So let me walk you through this. First of all, the base form of this word, if you look this up in a dictionary and just want to see what does it mean to say to like, not I like, not he likes, to like is just gustar, if you look that up. That's the base form of it, okay? Gustar actually means to please. It doesn't actually mean to like. So this is kind of why the sentences look weird. To please. And you're often going to see this little word at the end, say, and I'll explain that. Gustarse means to please oneself. I know, we're getting really grammar-y here. So when you say, me gusta el chocolate, right here, you're not really saying, I like chocolate. What you're really saying is, to me pleases the chocolates. Same thing with the tacos. You're actually saying, to me please the tacos. Okay, so that's our first thing. So this is why the word order is a little bit strange. This is why you don't actually see yo in these sentences. Yo is the Spanish word for I. You are not going to use yo in these words. I really wish I could change the color of my letters, but I'm struggling with some new settings here. So work with me. Let's see if we can do it now. Give me 1 second. Is this going to work? Nope, it's all, I can. I figured it out. Yes, okay. Thank you for your patience as I learned how to use Zoom again. Yes. So if you notice these sentences, let me just make it real clear. You cannot say, yo me gusta el chocolate. Nope, it doesn't work I can't spell chocolate. That does not work. It's just not correct grammar. And the reason is, we're never going to use yo with this, okay? The reason is the word order doesn't fit perfectly. Like I said, it actually means to me pleases the chocolate. You can't say I to me pleases the chocolate. If you want to put this in a normal word order in English, you would say chocolate pleases me. Now, does that sound weird? Yeah, we don't talk like that in English, do we? That's the beauty of learning another language. Sometimes the way that you think is completely different. So yes, this verb to like, gustar, is weird. I know. Same thing if you are learning the verb encantar. Encantar. Same thing. Encantar means to love something. We use that to say I love things, not people. Can I move this? Nope. Okay. Yes, I can. Oh, didn't mean for that arrow. Okay. Anyway, encantar means to love a thing. For example, if you want to say I love chocolate, how do you think you're going to say that? I love chocolate. Say it out loud to the video. Think about it right now. You probably got it. Yes, it's me encanta el chocolate. Me encanta el chocolate. It has the same word order, right? It's not going to be Yo me encanta el chocolate. Nope. Now, if we're going to translate literally, what do you think this sentence actually means? If you were to translate word for word, let's think about it. Maybe you're thinking chocolate loves me? Yeah, because I didn't tell you what encantar actually means, right? It means to me enchants the chocolate. Yes, chocolate enchants me. Now you understand the meaning of the movie Encanto. It means enchantment or enchanted. There you go. Okay. So the point is, first of all, we've got a different word order. We're not going to be using the regular old yo with this. And if you're curious about what these are called, this kind of verb is special in Spanish. It's called an indirect verb. Indirect verb. That's the name of it, okay? And that means we just have a very strange, flip-flopped backwards word order in these sentences. Now, let's talk about how to talk about somebody else saying he likes chocolate or he likes tacos. This is going to be a little bit different. Whenever we want to say he or she or they, anybody else, we got to kick off the sentence like this. We're going to say, I plus whoever else, okay? We're going to put pronoun or person name. That's the first part. I'll get the rest in just a second. Okay. Now, when I say pronoun, at this point in our study of Spanish, we need to be comfortable with the subject pronouns. I'm going to write those for you on the side, okay? Remember, this is a quick little grammar lesson. So yeah, we're doing a lot of grammar words. So when I say subject pronouns, I'm talking about these words. Let's do blue here. I'm supposed to be blue here. Come on, Sarah. I really hope I can make this happen. Okay, I did it. Yes, everybody give me a round of applause for being able to use Zoom. Okay, here's our subject pronouns. This is not all of them. I'm going to write a few more for you. There we go. Yo, tú, él, ella, usted also could be written out as a long form, usted. Yes, I'm going to make this bigger for you. Nosotros, vosotros, ellos, and ellas. Both of those mean they. And then ustedes can also be written out long form, ustedes. Okay, if you're going to, at this point where you're starting to learn about the verbs and you're starting to really dig into this kind of grammar material, you should know you should know what these words mean by now, okay? If you don't, that's okay. You can still practice. Send us a message over in the classroom and tell us, can you please send me the Quizlet for pronouns? Or please send me the electronic flashcards for the pronouns. Send us that message so we can give you the practice for these. Because if you don't know what these words mean, all the rest of the stuff's going to be confusing for you, okay? So when I say pronoun, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, now if we're going to talk about he or she, I'm thinking about, we want to keep it singular, right? Yeah, we're going to go with el, ella, usted right now because sometimes they get different, some of these get different rules. So I'm going to highlight these for you. Still working on this, guys. What is this? I'm just going to circle it. I'm struggling. Struggle bus. Struggle bus. We're going to do el, ella, and usted first because they get the first kind, and person's names, because they get the same kind of rules, basically, okay? So I don't have to confuse you with 100 different things. Okay, so we're coming back. Here we go. And then we're going to go plus le. We're going to say gusta or gustan, just for one person. Okay. You see how you got this weird lay in the middle? That's different. Again, that's different verb setup. So let's talk about translating a couple sentences, okay? Okay, Sarah. Okay, if I want to say he likes chocolate, we're going to stick with chocolate, okay? Let's put in the correct words here, and I'm going to let you help me. All right. You actually talk out loud to the video here. That's the point. So you got, what is going on? I'm trying to make it bigger and it's just not, oh my goodness. What is going on? I don't understand. I just don't get it. Okay, well, I'm sorry. This is going to be smaller. I like to make it bigger so it's easier to see. But okay, it's smaller now. We're going to just work with that. All right, so we've got he likes chocolate. We want to put that sentence in Spanish. Help me do that based on what you see here. If you need to pause the video, go ahead and do that. Okay. I'm sure that you got it. Okay, so remember, let's follow the structure in the red words. We have to put in a. We have to. That's just like the rules for saying he likes something. And then we're going to put in the word for he, right? So you got to know which one of these, él, ella, or usted. This is the part where you have to know what it means. You probably already know the word for he is él, right? So we're going to say a él. And then what goes next? Le gusta. Yep, we're following this up here. See? A él le gusta el chocolate. Okay. There you go. Now this is the structure for one person. Whenever it goes to multiple people, we change it a little bit, but we're going to stick with this for now. Okay, now let's pretend like we're going to switch out he, we're going to put in a person's name. Let's say David likes chocolate. Give that a try. Pause the video and tell me out loud, how do you think we're going to translate that sentence? David likes chocolate. Go ahead and pause and give that a try. All right, if you said a David or a David le gusta el chocolate, you would be right. Yes, when we use a person's name, we're just going to substitute el for the person's name and have the same setup, okay? All right, same thing if we want to say she likes chocolate. Give that a try. How do you think we're going to say that? Say it out loud, pause the video, and say how you think we're going to say she likes chocolate. All right, I'm sure that you said a ella le gusta el chocolate. Let me get this off of here. A ella le gusta el chocolate. Can you see the structure? Okay, now let's follow the rules. Remember up here, we got me gusta for one thing or gustan for plural things. Okay, now let's say we want to change a little bit. We want to say Maria likes tacos. Remember, this is plural. How are we going to say Maria likes tacos? Pause the video. Give that a try. I'm sure you got it right. It's Maria. Actually, I messed that up. Hang on a second. Yes, I'm right. Okay. I had a brain lapse. A Maria le gustan los tacos. A Maria le gustan los tacos, okay? You see what we did? We did gustan because we got a plural thing after it because it says the tacos please Maria. That's really what we're saying. To Maria pleases the tacos. We got le because we got one person that we're doing the pleasing to, right? But it's not me. If you're saying to me, you got to use me. Okay, I hope that this helps make it a little bit more clear on how we do this verb. You will need a little practice. That's okay. Don't worry. It's normal to have to practice this sort of thing. Whenever we get into other pronouns, for example, nosotros, vosotros, ellas, ellos, ellas, and ustedes, we use different these. These are, I can't remember the exact name of these words, the le, the may. I believe it's called the indirect object pronoun for those of you that are curious about the specifics on that. But let me just give you a couple of examples so it's not too messy of a page here. I would like to add another page. So let's see if I can do that without messing this up for you. Okay, I think I managed it. Let's come on over here. I'm going to show you now how to say we like chocolate, okay? Oops, I almost typed out nosotros. We like chocolate. Okay, we're still going to follow the same rules. Let's come back to page 1 here and take a look at our rules. Remember, we're still going to follow this rule up here. For if you like one thing, you're going to use gusta, right? If you like 2 or more things, you're going to use gustan. We're still talking about one thing, so we're still going to use gusta over here. Yep, okay. Okay, now I'm going to show you the indirect object pronoun. Maybe reflexive verb. Sometimes they're called reflexive verb pronouns too. It doesn't matter. I'm going to write down the ones that go with the subject pronouns for you, okay? So if this is, again, if this is not making sense, if you're confused on what yo, tú, él, ella, and usted means, please type us a message over in the classroom, and we'll help you out, okay? Give me just a second. Permítame tantito. Give me just a second, please, so I can type these out for you. Okay. I'm actually mixing up the list. These are different things, okay? You can use both of those things, but I don't want to confuse you with too much at once. So let's go with this. Vosotros, remember, we don't use that much in Mexico, but we don't use it at all in Mexico, actually. But it's important for you to know what that one means. Okay. There you go. Okay. So this is what we're going to call our indirect object pronouns. And remember when we said I like something? That word yo means I. So that's why you're using me gusta. Okay. Let me start translating this sentence for you, and then you can help me fill in the blank. I'm going to ask you to fill in the blank for only one thing, so you don't get too confused with stuff, okay? Okay. We want to fill in the blank with the word that should go with the word for we in Spanish. Now, the first thing we have to do is think about, okay, which word on this side of your list, the left-hand column, which word means we? Think about that with me. Which word means we? If you said nosotros, you are absolutely right. Nosotros means we. Now, we're not putting nosotros in the blank, right? We're not going to do that. Let me show you why. Remember, this doesn't really mean we like chocolate. You're going to say, to us pleases the chocolate. That's the literal word for word translation. That's why we're not going to put nosotros in the blank. Okay? Can't put pleases. So, now think about it based on what I've given you here with all the notes. Look at the words here on the chart. Which word do you think is going to go in the blank to say like to us? Don't overthink it. Yep, just look right beside nosotros. Can you see? Nos is right there. And the cool thing is it actually looks like nosotros. So just put nos in the blank. Nos gusta el chocolate. Nos gusta el chocolate. Basically, to us pleases the chocolate is what you're saying. Nos gusta el chocolate. Very good. You can also do this if you want. You can add nosotros after. Let's see. Hang on a second. Let's go back to look at our notes over here because you actually know what comes. You just probably aren't thinking of it. Remember what I said? Right here. A plus the pronoun or person's name plus le gusta. Le gusta is going to go for like el, ella, and usted, the pink ones that we did over here. What we're doing right now is we just changed to nos gusta. That's all we did. So you're still going to stick with that first half, okay? You're still going to go a plus the pronoun or person's name. Okay, can't forget that a. That a is like you got to have it. If you're going to put the regular pronoun or a person's name, you have to have the a. Have to. Okay, let's come back over and look at what we got. This sentence is perfectly fine. If you just want, oops, I didn't mean to mark it out. Yes, good, I can do that. If you want to say nos gusta el chocolate, that's fine. You can do that. If you want to say a nosotros nos gusta el chocolate, for we like chocolate, you can do that too. Either one is fine. You don't have to do both. That's fine. Spanish is cool like that. You can choose. What you can't do is you cannot leave off the a. If you choose to do nosotros here, you must include the a. Okay? Okay, let's come back again to what we already know over here. You're probably wondering now, hang on a second. For, like, he likes chocolate. This one right here. Can I just say, le gusta el chocolate? What do you think, based on what we've done so far? Can you just do that? Can you just say, le gusta el chocolate? For he likes chocolate? Say it out loud. What do you think? Yes or no? Is that okay? It is okay. Yes, you can. You can just say, le gusta el chocolate. That can mean he likes chocolate, but look what else. It can also mean she likes chocolate. It can also mean you, formal, like chocolate. So if you want to be more specific, you can put a él le gusta el chocolate or a ella le gusta el chocolate. Okay? All right, so I hope that this helps make it a little bit clearer. To review and to make this just a little bit easier to think about, if you just want to say, I like something, stick with me gusta or me gustan. You're probably pretty familiar with that one. If you want to say you like something, you probably already know this one too, because this is something that's often taught quickly in questions in your Spanish class. Remember, that's te gusta or te gustan, right? Let's scooch that up. I'm going to go up here with that. This is getting a little messy, right? If you want to say he or she or you formal like something, you can go le gusta or le gustan. Or you can also choose to add on the subject pronoun él, ella, or usted for you formal, just to make it a little more clear. You have to put an a if you choose to do that, okay? So a él le gusta or a ella le gusta. If you want to put a person's name, same thing. You just swap out the name. A David le gusta or a Maria le gusta or le gustan. And same, it really is the same, the more complex. All we're doing is going down this list. Same situation. A nosotros nos gusta or nos gusta. Same thing. You can follow the same pattern for the rest of these. Okay? All right. I know that was a lot of information, and it does take time to practice and get used to all of these different like indirect verbs. Just remember the word order is a little bit backwards, and take some time to practice this, okay? If you have any questions, once again, or if you're unsure on what these pronouns mean, message us over in the classroom and we can help you out. All right? Muchas gracias. Thank you so much. I hope this helps clarify a little bit more on these indirect verbs.